What's going on, guys? Captain Horn 23 here, and today I'm going to show you how to install the Traffic Policer and Police Smart Radio mod for LSPDFR. So both these mods are created by a guy named Albo, and while these mods are very out of date, like they were last updated June of last year, 2019, so they are a year out of date, but that does not matter because they work as they should in the newest versions of LSPDFR, and you should not have any issues with it. So we're going to head right on into the installation. All we're going to need today is these two folders here. It is the Traffic Policer and the Police Smart Radio WinRAR folders. If you click the links in the description, it will bring you to both these tabs here. Go ahead and head to the Traffic Policer tab, and you can scroll down and read a little bit about it. But when you're ready to download it, just hit download this file here, and I'm not sure, there we go, and hit agree and download, and it'll download right to your computer. Go to the next tab, which is Police Smart Radio, and feel free to read all about it or watch these videos about it. And when you're ready to download it, hit this green download file here, agree and download. And once you have both of those downloaded, you can drag them out to your desktop like I have here. Next, what we want to do is navigate to our Grand Theft Auto main directory, which for me is in my F drive here. And remember, it's always the one that just says Grand Theft Auto 5, not -copy, which is your backup, or in my case I have 2 copies for 2 backups. And once you're in the main directory, we can go ahead and open the Police Smart Radio folder. I'm going to start off with that one. It's a very, very easy install. Once we open it, it's going to have this Police Smart Radio folder inside of it. Go ahead and open that. And inside we're going to have 4 different things. We're going to have API reference, documentation and license, Grand Theft Auto 5, and the feature showcase. The only one we need to worry about is this Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. So we can go ahead and go into there. And inside we're going to have an Albo Common and a plugins folder. Now, this is really easy. All you want to do is select both of these and drag them into your Grand Theft Auto main directory, just like I did right there. Now, that is it for Police Smart Radio. We can X that out and drag it off to the side. Next, we have Traffic Policer. Go ahead and open that, and it's the same steps, but again, it's got a Traffic Policer folder. Open that, and we got the same 4 things, but the only one we want to worry about is this Grand Theft Auto 5 folder. Open that. Now, this is pretty important. We're going to drag all of these in, but do not drag in this Rage Native UI if you already have one, because this is 3 years old, and I'm sure you guys already have one that's up to date. The most up to date one should be 2/18 of 2018, or there's even one March 7th of 2018, and mine is, okay, never mind, I was wrong, April 5th of 2019. So if you already have a Rage Native UI, there's no need for you to drag this one in. Same goes for the Albo Common. This is the most up-to-date Albo Common, which this one is March 7th of 2019. So we can drag that in as well. So select all 3 of these files here and drag them into here. And if you don't have a Rage Native UI, drag that one in as well. Now it's going to ask to replace it, the Albo Common. Go ahead and do so because it doesn't matter, because this is the most up-to-date one. Now, what we can do is head into our main directory here and go into the plugins folder, LSPDFR, and now we have this trafficpolicer.ini down here. If we open that, it's going to bring up some settings that we can change. So, this just says the following values can either be true or false, with no capital letters. So, when this is true, the following features will assist you in finding ambient events. So Traffic Policer creates ambient events such as drunk drivers, street racing, texting while driving, spinning tires, stuff like that. It creates ambient events, like no callouts, you just drive around and you see it. And you can pull them over and charge them with it. It's very cool. So if you set this to true, like I have here, it'll add blips on your map of people that are violating laws or ambient events. I like to leave it as true because sometimes the ambient events are hard to catch if you don't see them as a blip on your map. This one down here shows a message of the ambient event, so it'll pop up in the bottom left like a driver using a mobile phone. I have this set to false, but you can set it to true depending on your preference. Test them out. This right here is your name, your division, and your beat, so I can change this Lincoln to Horn, and it'll say 1 Horn 18. If we scroll down a little further, I don't mess with any of these here. Now here's the chances of an ambient event happening. This right here is the maximum time an event cannot take place, so 200 seconds. So in other words, an event will take place within 200 seconds. And the next event timer, I believe this is the minimum time before a new event can take place, like said here. So 40 seconds. I just leave those as default. And this is the number of events to be created before the timer is set. Minimum is 1. I leave it as default. And now here's your chances of getting ambient events. So drunk driver is 140. Now the lower the number, the bigger the chance. So think of it as a 1 in X chance. So a drunk driver popping up has a 1 in 140 chance. If you want to see a bunch of drunk drivers, set this to like 2, a 1 in 2 chance. So for every 2 cars you see, one of them is going to be drunk. So that's a little much. You can set that lower if you want more drunk drivers. Same way with mobile phones, speeders. I like to set speeders lower to like 30, so that way I get more speeders and I'm doing more stuff. Unroadworthy vehicle, motorcyclist without a helmet, street race. I like to set it as pretty rare because they're pretty rare in real life. I don't know about you guys, but where I live, I've never seen a street race. Stolen vehicle. This can be set lower. I like to set it kind of low because, come on, in Los Santos, people are always committing crime, right? A drug driver, which is somebody that I assume is trafficking drugs. I'm not sure about that one though. I just leave it the same. No lights at dark. So this will only occur at nightly hours. This means a car will be driving without headlights at dark, and this is the chance of it happening. No brake lights, broken down vehicle, burnout when stationary, or rev engine when stationary. I like to leave those as the default. And traffic policer even comes with callouts, so we can leave these all 3 as true if you want some more callouts. And I don't really mess with anything here. You can set your speed unit to miles per hour or kilometers per hour depending on where you live. And there's some keybinds down here. So here's the breathalyzer. It's left shift and 0 on your keyboard. I like to leave it as that. And this is so you can walk up to a window and breathalyze them without even asking them to get out of the car. So it's very useful for like DUI checkpoints. Here you can set the alcohol limit, which if you're in the United States is of course 0.08. The alcohol limit unit, I don't mess with that. The fail to provide chance, we don't really need to mess with this if you have stop the ped. Key bindings, here we go. So you can give a parking ticket by pressing left control E. I leave that the same. Traffic stop follow key, I leave it as left control T. The mimic key is left control R. And the custom pullover location is W, which left control W right here. I leave those the same, and it just comes with a matter of memory. And the drugalizer key is left control 0, so it's left control instead of shift. So if you want to drug test somebody, it's left control 0. If you want to breathalyze somebody, it's shift 0. So they're right next to each other. It can get a little confusing. The road management key is F6, which allows you to place barriers or police tape, I believe, even. But again, with Stop the Ped, the newest update allows you to do that. So there is no point for doing that. And the rest of this stuff, I just leave the same. So once you edit it to your liking, go ahead and hit the X and save. And I kind of just blew through it, but take your time and read all the different settings and just play around with it until you get settings that you like. So once you edit the INI file and you have installed all of these, we can X out of the main directory and head on into the game. Don't forget to join my LSPDFR and X-Plane 11 community Discord. In here I have many channels related to LSPDFR, including 4 help channels with helpers standing by to assist you with any issue you may have with LSPDFR. I also have X-Plane related channels where you can come in here and talk with other people that play X-Plane and make new friends, and you can also go on group flights and VATSIM with your friends. I will also be going on group flights with people, so if you wish to fly with me or even play LSPDFR with me, feel free to join the Discord. I'm always looking for new members. The link to join the Discord will be in the description. Alright guys, so once you're in game, I recommend not going to a police station and going on duty that way. I recommend pressing F4 and typing force duty like that and pressing enter. You'll see why. So it's going to load this right here. This is what you're going to see in the middle of your screen. It's the Police Smart Radio. It's the first launch. You have to set this up, and it's going to get really annoying. If you go into the police station and go on duty, you have to restart your game. So all you have to do on this page is hit no, which is 2 on your keyboard. If you hit 1, it will bring up a video on YouTube. So now it's going to ask, what buttons do we want to see on our radio? So we see it says new button, pit, and we can either enable it or disable it. Now this is totally up to you, but I enable it, and now it's setting up a new button to in vehicle. It's the same thing, pit, in vehicle. So enable it as well. This is plate check on foot. I'm going to enable that. Plate check in vehicle, something you definitely want, so you can run tags. Ped check on foot, ped check in vehicle, vet, I disable that, I don't really use it. The panic button, enable those. The air paramedic, I don't want it at all. In call, you can choose that if you want. And once you run through it, sometimes it does this actually, it's got to reload everything. And this is why you want to not do it while you're in the police station, or it will. You'll have to restart your game at this point right here. And as you can see, it's very frozen for some reason. Let me try typing Force Duty. But see, this is what I'm talking about. It just gets really annoying. Alright, so another, yep, alright, so there's more to set up. New button, transport on foot. You can enable that if you want. Transport in vehicle. Tow in vehicle, no. Corner in vehicle, sure. Corner on foot, yes. Tow on foot, yes. Insurance, no, no. So just run through all these and decide which one, which buttons you would like to see. And while I need to update my stop the ped, that gets so annoying. How he updates it like literally every day. Like every freaking 5 hours it gets an update and you can't use it. It's so annoying. And once you have those all set up, Police Smart Radio is now set up and you are able to press C. Oh, I'm not on duty because it reloads every single time. Alright, now I'm on duty, so when I press C, it pops up on the bottom right of my screen there. And I've actually got my keybinds changed, where whenever, to scroll up and down, it's V and X. X is down, V is up. But the default, I believe, is G and something. I don't know, you can change the keybinds in the INI file, though. So feel free to look through those. Alright, so to use Traffic Policer, I'm going to spawn in a police car here. There we go. So actually first, to use the radio, you just go up behind somebody, press C or whatever it is. Now plate check is highlighted, as we can tell, down there in the right. And my keybind is pressing the Z, and it'll run through on the bottom left now. And it'll pop up, so there's a felony warrant for the registered owner. I'm actually going to pull him over just to show you Traffic Policer. If he doesn't run, that is. Doesn't look like it. So, with Traffic Policer, if we don't like where he's pulled over right there, we can press Control W on our keyboard. And this brings up this red circle. Now we can move it around with the numpad, make sure numlock is on. And 8 moves it forward, 6 to the right, 4 to the left, and 2 moves it back towards you. Move it to wherever you want, so let's say we want him up on the street, like right there, and press enter on your keyboard. And now he'll move up to that red circle. It's very neat. And you can turn on Mimic by pressing, I believe it's Control U. I'm wrong, is it Control T? No, Control R. That's it. Okay, so Control R mimics, which I don't really like to use. But in a sense, whatever you do is what that vehicle is going to do. So for instance, if I drive forward, he will drive forward, just like that. If I drive to the left, he will drive to the left, just like that. And I don't like to use it because it's not precise. So we can put him back to the right. And yeah, you see what I mean? Like that is just that is just stupid. And then to make him not mimic you anymore, you press Control R. And Control T, what it does is it makes them follow you, and okay, that's what you get for being in the middle of police business. So to use it, you gotta drive up like right to their bumper and then press Control T. So now he's following me, and we can go wherever we want. And he's just going to slam into the side of the building. I, again, don't even like to use this. The only part of Traffic Policer that I really like to use is Control W, which is the red circle. And yeah, that's really it for Traffic Policer, other than oh, I can show you the F6 the F6 menu is the road management, but like I said, if you have Stop the Ped, that's really useless. To breathalyze, I can breathalyze this girl in this vehicle by walking up to her and, okay, it's a guy, never mind, pressing Shift and 0 on my keyboard. Is it working? Or is it? Okay, it's Shift and O on my keyboard. A little confused. Yes, and he's gonna lean in like that. And alcohol reading 0%. And we can actually do a drugalizer by pressing left control and O on the keyboard. It's going to bring up wilderness callouts. Conflictions right there. Alright, and see if he's negative for both cocaine and cannabis. So that's a really useful feature in Traffic Police, so you don't have to pull them out of the car to breathalyze them or drugalize them. Another thing with Traffic Policer is ambient events will pop up on our little mini map down there. So I'm gonna see, there's one right there. You see that dot? There's a dot right there, and it's this truck right in front of us here. Now I'm not sure what the ambient event is for him, but you can see that there is in fact a dot on him. I'm not exactly sure. I mean, it could be the texting and driving. No, it doesn't look like he's texting at all. I'm really not sure what is wrong with him at all. So that's when it's useful to have you can set it to where it comes up with the text of what he's doing wrong. I'm just going to drive around some more and try to find another ambient event. Alright guys, so we have an ambient event in front of us, as you can see on the minimap, the dot, and it looks like he's twisting his wheels for some reason. Like, watch it right there. And I believe this is a drunk driver ambient event, so let's wait until this light turns green and see if he recklessly drives. Alright, here we go. Alright, now watch this. See if he swerves. Oh yeah, did you see that? So this guy's swerving, and I guarantee you if we pull him over, yep, you see him swerving? And he's going a little slow too. We're going to pull him over and see if he's drunk using the Traffic Policer breathalyzer. Alright, this is taking way longer than it should, but he finally stopped. Oh my gosh, okay. So let's go up to him and breathalyze him, and oh my gosh, what are you doing? Alright, so I'm going to press left shift and 0. What is happening here? And alcohol reading of 0.0? I don't believe that for 1 second. But anyway, that's the ambient events, guys. Also, the panic button on the Police Smart Radio can be used by just scrolling down to the panic and then pressing the key. And when you press this, there's going to be a bunch of units heading your way. Yep, like there's 2 right there. 3. I'm surprised more didn't come, honestly. Yep, there's 1 right there. So pressing the panic button just calls in a lot of units to your position to help out if there's like a shootout or something. So yeah, that's going to do it for today's video, guys. I hope you enjoyed. I hope you installed the Smart Radio and Traffic Policer. Keep an eye out for future videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I hope you guys have a great rest of your day.